everyone, welcome back to another political tarot night. We actually have a viewer's request, and many of you have actually asked this. I have done a very quick short quite some time ago, and after almost 12 months of Starmer being in office, what a complete and utter debacle. I mean, that's just for me looking from the outside. I mean, good lord. Yeah, wow. I mean, the immigration crisis, and now all the gangs that have stemmed from the immigration crisis and them turning a blind eye to it, but now all of a sudden that they are going to look into it, but then I believe that it's going to take them 3 years before anything eventuates from that. So of course they'll all be out of office then, so nothing's going to happen. I mean, talk about really bad. So yeah, a lot of people have asked, will he be removed, basically, because it doesn't look like he's going to be retiring or resigning. His ego is way too big for that. So we are talking Keir Starmer here. We're talking the Prime Minister of the UK, with all the and they're not peaceful protests at all. They're riots, or even in Ireland, the top part of Ireland. I mean, wow. So yeah, cards. I've got the governance deck on the table, a reasonably new deck. So we're going to give them a shot and see if they can pull out a rabbit from the hat. And yeah, what's happening with the UK and summer. Okay, so you've got economic challenge also. I mean, how many more billions do you have to pay to illegals, right? I mean, just wow. All right, not sustainable. Shifting dynamics. Okay. Lacking readiness and failed negotiations. Okay, that's going to be interesting. I wonder what failed negotiations this is to do with. I know he's right involved in WEF, and I know that that's all this globalist thing, but I think even WEF now are looking to say, well, maybe we're coming on too strong, maybe we're too woke, or we're too hard left at the moment. We really can't be, letting infiltration through the whole of Europe, because, I mean, even Spain, Germany, everyone is actually demonstrating, and Denmark is another one, basically saying, I want to look after our citizens first, kind of thing. There's no reason why Starmer can't backpedal and do that, but lack of readiness is a classic Starmer. I mean, if there's someone that has a head in the sand and doesn't want to attend to things, and just in complete denial, just wow. I mean, the shifting dynamics, I think, has got him worried. His popularity, I really don't know how he got in, but it would appear that, well, it doesn't appear, I believe that it's not compulsory. I think if it was compulsory in this situation, he probably wouldn't have got in. Right, allegedly, and temp purposes only. But the shifting in the dynamics, even in mainstream media, I mean, it's just, yeah, people are now starting to report about all the problems with these gangs, and all the illegals that are coming over, and France isn't doing anything, nothing, and yet they're paying France, right? What they're paying France for, I don't know. Not sustainable, exactly. Economic challenge. I mean, communist country, yeah. Sadly, I think that's very much what it is. You can see the Marxist side of things. I don't even know if that's a bad word to say on YouTube. I guess we'll find out. But you can see the hard left interference here. Absolutely, you can see this type of thing, and despite the fact that it would appear that it could be the US flag here, I really do think that this is very hard left, classified information and fall from grace. So here we go. Here we've got a fall from grace here. He's well and truly he knows that He's not popular. He's aware of it. He absolutely is aware of it. Sadly, he's got a lot of time under the belt at the moment to see if he can do something. And it would appear that he's trying to make some small attempt now that was knocked out at the beginning of the year, where they didn't even want to look into these gangs. Now they're actually looking into it. But, I do emphasize looking into it. There's going to be classified information. That would be, if we're talking about the gangs, and we're also talking about why so many are coming over the channel, could misuse of funds. There you go. I mean, without accusing someone of, not doing anything. Hello, Macron. What you doing? Why are you letting them in? I mean, they've got to get in France somehow, right? All right. Knowledge withheld. Yeah. Shadow ruler and a shadow operation. There you go. So you got a shadow ruler and you got a shadow operation. So I would say this has definitely got a lot to do with the the top, the top of the food chain, WF, or the globalists. Absolutely. He's not the person, even though he is the Prime Minister, he is not the ruler. He's got someone behind him, and you could even say, and I'll throw in allegedly, he's a puppet master to someone, and very, very high up, and what his plan is, globalist, literally, to all team up and, one voice, one leader, one country kind of thing. So, this is really, really, really scary, actually, when you have a look at the way things are being done. There's a misuse of funds, knowledge withhold, classified information. I would say when it comes to the gangs that not only is it, there's ministers involved, there's judges involved. We see this with Lucy Conley, right? There's judges involved where, because they're Labour, something happens, and a mate that's on a horrendous crime has, yeah, what can I say? And Lucy's still inside at the time of the reading. So wow. All right, okay, keep going. Cascade of goodwill. Yeah, exactly. It looks like Lutheran Grey, doesn't it? I mean, if for all you, for everyone who understands who Lutheran, okay. Yeah, I think I'll move on a little bit from there. That's Google is probably easier. All right, okay. Yeah, looking in the mirror. Exactly. Definitely this health regulation. This is all to do with the NHS, I think they call it over here as well. Balancing priorities and mourning loss and hidden clause. So they've got a hidden agenda, a hidden clause. I think, again, this is all the globalists. This goodwill that he's now offering, it's all a cascade. Don't believe it. Don't believe it at all. Have a look in the mirror. Absolutely. Dorian Gray, actually. Dorian Gray is the person I was referring to, sorry. Look in the mirror and have a look. Yeah, exactly. Very, very scary. I think this is all just, they may even actually divert the cause of justice, so to speak, and start referring to, try to bring up the fall from grace to do with all the medical side of things, balancing priorities here. As much as mainstream media is now screaming all about the illegals coming over and all about the gangs and everything like that, it's not a new thing. He's inherited it, but he's done nothing toward it. If anything, he's enhanced it because of all this wokeness, and everyone has a voice, and everyone, as long as you're a certain religion and as long as you're a certain colour. But if you're a citizen of UK and you speak out ill about something because you're grieving about something else in the health system, you end up inside, right? Exactly. Mourning loss and hidden cause. I'm not too sure what he's mourning. He's probably mourning his own ego, if the truth's known, like most politicians. Judgment, scrutiny, collective action, market volatile, to gain approval and benefit impact. All right, so it does absolutely look like there's going to be more and more protests come through from the UK. I think we did read on this earlier on quite a few things. More and more is going to happen until something is, until they take note, basically. He's going to have to gain some sort of approval to do something, but whatever it's going to be, it's going to be some sort of beneficial side of things. So it would be beneficial if he does step down. He's under a lot of scrutiny here. He's got some sort of hidden agenda anyway, but he's absolutely under some sort of scrutiny. So all the cards can find out here is because everything's volatile. Absolutely. Everything in UK at the moment is volatile. I've heard so many subscribers saying that they're leaving or they've left, and that's really sad. And that's their home country. They're being driven out. I think also people like Tommy Robinson now being released, and he's, a very, very active voice, a very loud voice, picked up worldwide as well. I think that's someone that is going to, well, basically gain the approval of something that he didn't have, and that's going to be the beneficial side of things. It's extremely volatile at the moment. At this stage, he knows he's got to fall from grace, and I think he's using these gains, what he's done this week, about it. But it doesn't appear anything's going to happen. It doesn't look like he's going to go just yet, but something's got to give. Something's going to give, and I really do believe that, ironically, it's got something to do with Tommy. I really do see this card as being Tommy. He's going to get some approval. I don't know if it's going to be politics itself or whatever, but he's going to definitely build up a team altogether. And these protests and people taking to the streets, that is what more and more people are going to come and join now, more so because mainstream media has picked it up. So yeah, I'm going to keep on this one. I will do an update and probably in another couple of weeks. Things have to give. Things definitely have to give. I mean, every day there's another 1,000 coming across the channel. France isn't doing anything about it. There's a misuse of funds. The cards have already said it. I'll throw in allegedly, but you guys can actually read it on these cards as I'm going as well. So I'm not inventing anything. I'm just calling it what it is. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.